Hello to my favorite artists in the world and welcome back to art. Yay! I hope that you had a fun and relaxing and nice spring break and that you are ready to jump back in and make some art with me. Now, today we're going to start a new unit. So, for the next 2 weeks, it's a very short unit. For the next 2 weeks, we are going to be working with clay. So maybe you joined me a few weeks ago when we made pinch pot silly faces. Some of them kind of turned out like monsters and they were really fun. So I figured that we would build on that and continue to make things with our hands with air dry clay, maybe that we find in the store, or maybe that we make at home with a special recipe, or maybe something like Play-Doh or something like plastilina. So that is totally up to you depending on what you have at home. So I'm going to demonstrate how to make something called a coil today. That's our special word. Let's practice saying that together. Coil, 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 coil. And I like to think of a coil as like a little clay snake. So we're going to make lots of little snakes today. I'm going to give you lots of tips for how to roll out coils, and you can practice as many times as you need. Remember, the first time we try something, sometimes it's difficult, so you might need to try more than once. Once you feel confident and good about your coil skills, then we'll put it all together and we will make really cute little snails. I can't wait to show you how to make your very own spiral snail. Let's get started. Here's an example of the cute clay snail we'll make today. Here in this photo, you can see the steps. This one is made with Play-Doh. If you want to use Play-Doh today, that is totally up to you. But remember, with Play-Doh, it dries out, so we have to put it away after every single use. You'll have to say goodbye to your snail. If you don't want to say goodbye to your snail, maybe you want to use plastilina because it never really dries out, so it can live on your shelf or your bookcase. Here is an example of a snail made with plastilina that you don't have to put away when you're done. Another choice is air dry clay, like this one here. You can make it or you can buy air dry clay. It often comes in a package like this. One awesome thing about air dry clay is often it's white, and once it's dry, you can paint it when you're finished. Those are just some of your choices. Once you have your clay ready, it's time to roll out a coil. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this green clay and I'm going to break off just a bit. And mine is kind of shaped like a sausage. All right, I'm going to set that clay down on my surface and I'm going to roll out a coil. So to roll out a coil, it's this motion. Try it with me with your hands. So hands are straight, fingers are straight, and I'm rolling back and forth, back and forth. All right, I'm gonna try it on this guy. It's pretty small, so I'm gonna start with just one hand. Placing my fingers on top and rolling forward and back, forward and back. And as I roll forward and back, I'm pushing just a little bit on the clay. Remember, I'm making a clay snake, a coil. You might be able to tell that my coil or art snake is growing a little bit longer. So remember, as we roll it back and forth, I'm pushing down. That helps my snake grow. Now, once it's long enough to use two hands, I can use two hands. But both of those hands have to move together. I'm starting in the middle and I'm slowly rolling my hands out to the sides. Again, I start in the middle and I roll my hands out to the sides. Now, I want my coil to be equal in size. So sometimes it happens that it gets a little thin. Maybe I'm pushing really hard in one place. And my clay breaks.
If that happens to you, don't worry about it. With clay, we can always fix our mistakes and put things back together. So remember, I want to start in the middle and slowly work my way out to the sides. Once you have a nice long coil, it's time to turn it into a spiral. So I'm going to choose one side and I am just going to move the clay in, the edge in, and begin to spiral, spiral, spiral my coil, creating a shell for a cute little snail. Oh, it's so cute. Ta-da! Time to add the body. So I'm gonna take a little bit of clay. It can be the same color or maybe a new color. And I'm just gonna roll out a little coil for the body. So once I have that coil, the right size, that looks about the right size, I am just going to place my shell right on the body. I might even pinch a little tail for the back. And here's the head looking up a little bit. Oh, it's so cute.
I want you to put on your artist glasses and check out these snails here. What do you notice? What do you see? Do you see that some have tentacles, eyes? Maybe you even notice the smiles.
Maybe you notice that snails have little tentacles and their eyes on the top. If you want to add tentacles, you can break off a little piece of clay and roll it into a very tiny coil. I am going to make 2 of these for my snail, rolling out 2 tiny tentacles like so. Then I can add my eyes to the top, maybe with a different color if I want, making 2 little balls. It's so cute. Here is my snail.
All right, friends, I had fun. Hope you did too. Can't wait to see your cute little snails. Bye.